for dark agendas, for control purposes. Like, I just say, when I see the word Yah, I say the word Lord. But that's just me. So we can take our spirituality in steps, my darlings. Okay, but we got 2 cards that fell out today. And the first one's from Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is Yah's purpose that prevails. Okay, so I have been feeling into the will of the Creator. I'll use that word. Because there's a lot of other wills, and we have free will. But here it says the Creator's purpose prevails another person's plans. So that means lots of things. We have a purpose, and even if someone else's will, and I'm thinking about a family member that I have, that I've been praying for, because my family member is 15 years old. And my family member wants to change their gender, which is only a decision that should be made when my family member is of proper age. They don't get to make life-changing decisions when they're 15. It's called parenting and protecting. So the doctors want to do that. And I've had doctors and officials want to do things for my child that were not in their best interest. And so that taught me, as I went through this situation yesterday, which is why I'm late on my live feed here, that even though a child might have a will to change their gender and not have babies in the future, and even though the doctors, that might be their will as well, and there will be accountability. This right here says that the Creator's will prevails. So that's good to know. And I know that. So that, again, I'll just read it the way it kind of reads. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. That's Proverbs 19:21. Let's just do all of them because I have time this rising. I've missed you guys. The next one is it's from Psalms 37:24. Though you may stumble, you will not fall, for the Lord upholds you in his hand. Okay. All right, let me have a sip of my drink here, because I have a story for this. Though you may stumble, you will not fall, for the Lord upholds you with his hand. First of all, self-forgiveness, okay? We are humans. We make mistakes. We all fall short of the glory of our Creator, who we are made in, whose image we are made in. So that's about self-forgiveness. If you went through if you went off on somebody, were not kind to yourself, fell off the rock or whatever, right? It's been a solar coaster. Then you stumble, but you will not fall. It's not the end of the world, my loves. The Lord upholds you in his hand. So here's a story. I can make it quick because I've been meditating on it and I physically and spiritually went through it. But Julie Green, I will share her videos. She speaks from like the I'm getting texts about my noon class about the prophetic teachings of the Word of God and cosmology and politics, and just super, super interesting. And she shared a story recently. And if y'all aren't familiar with the Bible, there was some believers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they wouldn't bow to an idol and to a king. And so they were put in a fire, like physically. I'm pretty sure it means physically, even though the Bible has a lot of like parables and isn't always literal. But yeah, I think and I haven't studied this stuff since I was a kid, but she brought up this story. So they got put in the fire for not bowing down, and they were protected. I think even like a fourth image of an angel or of Christ were with them. So the takeaway from the story is, first of all, do not bow and do not get burned. But more importantly, you might still have to go in the fire. Like, you might stumble, but you'll be held up. You won't burn if you don't bow. But it doesn't mean that spirit is not going to allow you to be put in that fire. Like I've been put in the fire all last week and the week prior, but I didn't get burned because I didn't bow. So that's what this Bible verse is reminding me of. And again, you can watch the video to get the whole like Bible story. But the takeaway was and is, don't bow, don't give up on your values, don't lower yourself, don't whatever it is for you. Like stay human. And don't get burned. Doesn't mean you won't get thrown in the fire though, but you won't get burned. Okay. And then you'll be held in the Creator's hand. So let me get through this last card and we'll get into the read with the a bunch of other cards, my darlings. So Ephesians 2:10, we are the workmanship created in Christ to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So again, that talks about God's will, God's planning, God's timing. And like when it came to my family member yesterday, I tried to tell my family, we can't play God. We don't know what children my family member is meant to bring in the world that could be stopped by evil from. Like we are to trust God. We are not to play God. So this again says, we are God's workmanship, like work for God, work for spirit, created in the divine. So I know there's a lot of information going on about like how we were created and stuff like that. And it's good to know the history. It's good to know where we came from. But nothing changes that we're created in the divine's image and we're God's children. And it says to do good works. So we pray for the lost people. Again, every soul matters. We pray to have the will to do good. The good work that God, Yah, prepared in advance for us to do. So again, that means that God has a plan. And if you're a part of it, which you definitely are, then it's going to work out for you. So, okay. Oh, let's do some more sage, kind of burn away some of the heaviness. And I'm going to start with the, thank you for the likes, you guys. I'm going to start with the Kali Oracle. I'll do Mary Magdalene next week. I wanted to get into her for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Every day is Mother's Day. And I know it can be a tough day, and we all know why. So I hope that that's why we're going to get into the Divine Mother, so that we always feel held by that divine feminine energy, which is creative, protective, nurturing. So, all right, my darlings. Middle of the deck, we have Gurari Devi. Check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You are being unique, and you do not need to conform to stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method to accomplish what is needed shall spontaneously arise from within. So, ooh, all right. So lots of blue for the throat chakra. So speaking your truth, setting your boundaries, embrace your softer side. And that's what we want, is a softer landing in life. So that's what is coming. We don't need to conform to stereotypes. So if you're an anomaly, which means you're different than people and you see things differently, you don't have to conform, my darlings. Relax to your authentic self and know that what you need is going to come from inside spontaneously. So I'm going to do some pre-shuffles. I'm going to shuffle 3 times. That one was in the middle. Does that resonate for you? Oops, this is backwards. Thank you for the heart. I don't want to get these all mixed up. What did I do? Okay, it goes this way. So, I think someone's gardeners are here. Okay. Next middle, blue Tara, chaos. will give way to the higher order of love. That's good, because chaos is another entity that we rebuke in the name of Yeshua, and it's all over like the news. I talked about that last week. Like, it's just crazy what's on the news. I don't see that stuff, and I know people don't watch the stuff that I watch, so it's like so weird. But chaos is an entity that we rebuke away from our families, away from this world, away from the colleges, away from the freeways. Like, we rebuke that, we send it away. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in your destiny now unfolding for you. Beautiful. I'll do my little bell again. So so it says after the chaos basically is peace. Greg just sent me a message. I loved it. It was like something about the view is the best when you get to the top. Is that what it said, Greg? It had like a mountain climber who like climbed this hard mountain, and then she was like sitting looking at the sun. Yeah, so after the chaos is peace is what's that saying. All right, we're going to do one more shuffle. In the middle, we got Kali Mamaya. When a situation becomes unnecessary, complicated, or confusing to your heart, Kali Mamaya arises spontaneously as a protective barrier of universal truth. Ultimately, her revelation shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. Wow. Look at this, as above, below, so below. Water above us, water below us, my darlings. Spiritual war going on in the heavens, major spiritual battles going on in the 4 and 5D. So that's why we might feel it personally. But this is still the pre-shuffle, but so many good things. So again, it talks about spontaneous protection twice. That came up. So double justice, double victory, which is the infinite 8, which is miracle after miracle after miracle. Once we get one, we don't stop stopping. We don't stop because the energy is there. So we continue to go. And you might have recognized that or felt it around the 5-5 portal, where the Schumann resonance, I super felt it. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. But it's basically like, as a collective, when the majority of the energy amongst the people starts feeling better for no reason, like the whole entire world was falling apart for me. But I, in my body, had so much peace. And that's when I do my prayers on bent knees. That's when I write down. That's when I listen to spirit. So when you're feeling the Schumann resonance, which happens around, like, it happened the 5-5 portal. It happens all the time with solar flares. But basically, you're connected to nature. So when you feel peace for no reason, or like magic is happening, like you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, that's when you do your magical works, my loves. That's when you do your prayers. That's when I sent away these entities. Here it was it came up, deception somewhere. Ultimately, her, Kali Mahama, revelation shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. So if you've been blocked spiritually, if you have felt like, I'm praying, but is anybody listening? Then you can send that away and be open to receive. And so that was the pre-shuffle. Thank you to the Divine Mother. I'll go ahead and pull one card to go into a little bit deeper for those who are on here. What we need to know. We'll just say that. Guides, Divine Mother. And thank you to the angels. I don't think I said that yet. They worked for me on overdrive last week. And so my job is to work on overdrive for them. And yesterday that included rest. So I don't think I said that. Thank you so much to the angels that did go to the people that I was praying for and brought us miracles. Okay, so the card that we got, this is like looks like a divine union. Before I read the deck, I want to talk about what divine union is, in case if you are this or if you have this coming. And that's when, you know what? No, let me see if it comes up in the read. Let me just read the card. Let's stay on track as best I can, my lovies. So Kundalini Shakti, and I do teach Kundalini this evening if you would like to come. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time, so lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness, tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Okay, so it talks about a little bit of delays that might be with romance, or it's with relationships. It could be romance or familiar or work, but friendships. If you felt like resolution was hard to pin down, so lean into the unfamiliar territory, which is the unknown, like the darkness, like the leap in the net will appear, with boldness. So be courageous and have patience, because you are going to be capable of many things on many levels that you are not capable of accomplishing previously. And a new fresh path is signified. All right, we'll keep this out. We do have Pluto in retrograde, which Pluto is a sign of obsession, and there can be like the light and the dark side of that, of course, but also, and more importantly, it's a sign that brings endings. So any endings in relationships doesn't mean that has to be an ending with that person forever. It could be an ending to the parts of that relationship that needed to go, and now you have a new beginning in that in your current relationship. Or it could, of course, be a complete ending, or it could be an ending where you just kind of protect yourself a little bit more. Like, you don't have to disconnect family members completely. You can just learn about what not to say in front of them, or you know, how to just keep the peace. So this looks like balance and stability in relationships. Love didn't come up in the description, so we'll see if it comes up in the other read. And what time is it? Oh, it was just 10:11. Okay, so what I wanted to do, how much time do we have? I don't want to make this too long. Okay, I was going to do 7 angels, but I'm going to do 3. I was going to do 7 for each chakra, but I'm just going to do the base, the middle, which is the heart, and the crown. So when we think of our chakras, my loves, here, let me grab something I could show you. Oh, I don't have any pretty pen today. Bummer. When we think of our chakras, we have the base, which is an upside down triangle. Shasta! Sounded like he was coughing. And then that goes to the solar plexus. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 are what we're looking at. Oh, sorry, this is a right side up, actually, with the heart in the middle. And then the upper triangle goes like this. So the higher consciousness is up here, and it's a triangle upside down. And it's all connected at the heart, the most powerful. And then there's the lower triangle. So I was going to do an angel card for each one, but I don't want to, I know people like might have to go. So we're going to do the root, which angel is guiding or protecting you. The heart, like which angel's there, what you need to work on, or same thing, which angel's with you. And then the crown. There's more up here, so it's like a white one up here. So we're going to do 3 cards, starting from bottom to top. And then I'm also going to clarify for more information with the animal spirit cards on the same way. So let me get my 6 cards. I'll see if there's anything else that I wanted to say. Actually, no, I just want to do the read. 2 of Swords in the middle of the deck. Angel Anil, God, Lord of all virtues, breaking the circle, lifting opposing barriers, and bringing victory. So a lot of us are on a 7-year cycle right now. So if you think about like where you were 7 years ago and kind of where you are now and what's ending with that cycle, we got Angel Kalal coming out, the Justice Angel. Says the invocable God, and justice is scale. So you might be a Libra or working with a Libra, makes truth known in court, might have a court case, and causes innocence to prevail. So if you need any help with that, you can connect with this angel. Again, it's Angel Kalel. And justice is balance, you guys. So what it means is if something has been tipped to one side unfairly, then it's going to be balanced. And of course, bringing darkness to light, bringing truth out. And here she is again at the bottom. I guess that's just because of how I just shuffled. But anyway, double justice, double victory is what I like to say. So let's breathe and take what resonates. Use your discernment. And if something, like I already said, if something doesn't jive with you, you know, there's little bits of truth all around us. So I wrote a quote about that, and it said, here's what we have to recognize. When we are making our own reality, when we make our, I didn't like write this well at all. When we make our own, let me just try to say it. Here's what we have to recognize. When we are making our own reality, we have to let go of other people's realities. And we have to believe in what we see for ourselves. So just because I'm saying like anything about anything, it doesn't mean anything. Well, all that matters is what your truth is, and that we're really checking, especially if you're a power couple, where your ego's at, making sure we're not using anybody, making sure that we're being loving, even if someone else isn't being loving, like being the bigger person. But yeah, I just went off topic, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So calling on the holy archangels, we are interested in the celestial light beings, not the terrestrial light beings. Terrestrial is territory. Those ETs that have been booted, the fallen angels that have tribed up and done all of these things. And it's coming out, my darlings. UFOs, like contact, it's coming out. So we call on the heavenly angels. Let's check on the root, the heart, and the crown. King of Cups, Angel Rochelle. This is at the root. Interesting. We've got some red. So the color of the root chakra is red. And it says, God seeing everything, restitution, finds stolen objects, and discovers the person responsible. Okay. The root chakra is where our stability is. So if you've had like money loss or relationship loss, money isn't just wealth, health loss, something that was taken in the root that made you feel insecure. This King of Cups, the King of Cups is a masculine sign, but a full cup is like your cup being full. Water, it represents emotions, and money, like your bank account flowing like a bank, being full. If there's been a financial loss, a relationship loss, a health loss, whatever wealth is to you, King of Cups, Archangel Rochelle, God seeing everything and bringing it back to you. Okay, then the middle, the heart, we got the Three of Pentacles. Pentacles is also like financial, and it says God hearing lamentations. I don't really know what lamentations is. If anyone wants to look it up, it kind of sounds like a negative thing. Mental force protects against sorrow and illness. Okay, so any heartbreak is protected against, any heart issues. Work on heart chakra stuff. Like if you come to Kundalini, we'll do it tonight. I'll be sure to do it. We'll do like heart opening, clearing the energy, because we don't want this to close, because then we can't breathe, and then we can't think, first of all, but also we can't feel. And if we're not feeling the love, then we're feeling the fear and making fear-based decisions. So Three of Pentacles, again, any like sorrow over financial loss, and mental issues. This angel is protecting you. Okay, that's in the heart. And then one fell out. It's on my foot. Let me grab it. This is going to be for the crown. We got 6 of Swords. Angel and now the gentle God. Perception of unity protects against accidents and heals the sick. Okay, my darlings. Perfect. So if you listen to the Elizabeth April that I share, she talks about how important unity consciousness is right now, and how we all need to make a choice basically over our own reality versus artificial insanity. You guys, we are smarter than AI. I figured it out today when my AI on my music wasn't working. Like, it's a long story. But anyway, I figured out, like, it just basically Shazam wasn't hearing the lyrics to the song I was trying to find, right? I was playing it on my computer, and then, like, I changed some things, and then it heard it right. So then that made me realize, like, AI is not perfect. I'm the one with the brain. I'm the one who figured out the issue. So you're more intelligent than AI. And if anyone says that we're made from AI or that we are AI, just no, okay? Just don't get caught up in it. That's not the truth. The truth is, listen to Elizabeth April's video that I'll share, where she says that we are the most powerful, like a lot of other, you know, we're not the only humans or only species in the world. A lot of other, we'll get into the solar system. A lot of other things are coming to the planet right now to watch us win. And all we have to do to win is choose love and get our lives back, which we're doing. So perception of unity, we do that with unity consciousness. Protects against accidents. So don't worry, because this is the crown chakra, about being unsafe or travel. Lamination is the passionate expression of grief or sorrow. Thank you so much, sister. That was at the heart. God hearing lamination. So God hears our sorrows. And Christ had a body and came here and went through all the sorrows, like the biggest sorrows. So that's why we can feel good in knowing that we're not alone. We're understood in our hard path by the divine. Thank you so much for looking that up for me, honey. And back to the crown, protects against accidents. So do not worry about, like, don't feel unsafe when you're driving or like to travel. And then it says heals the sick. Interesting. So those are our 3 cards. We're going to go into the animal spirit to clarify. Should I? Do we have time? It's 10:22. Let's just do the heart. The 3 of Pentacles, Angel Il, God hearing the lamentations, the passionate expressions of our grief and sorrow. Oh, we have been through it. My God, my honeys and my bunnies, my lovelies, like, I know we have been through it. And but we heal and we get better, and that's how powerful we are. That's the power of love. So don't be lost in the dark. If you have been, pull yourself out, ask for help. God hears your sorrow. Christ had a body. Christ went through more suffering and betrayal than like anybody. And you know, that's why. So that, sorry, I don't like what I did with my hair today. But, yeah, your sorrows and your cries are heard. Let's clarify that card. Middle of the deck, we have a starfish, which is a very good sign. The star is always about wish fulfillment and being bright and shiny. So fill yourself up with light. Like, I had to tell my stepmom, she couldn't get on right now. But this is a funny story. With everything I went through this week, past 2 weeks, I told her, like, my BS barometer, like if I picture like one of those temperatures or something that gets full, I was like, Mom, it was so full. I was crying to her because she's like, she really gets me. And while my BS barometer was so full, I just had to flood it with light. And I did that. Like, I was like, these lies are like through the top, like in the hundreds, like the attacks. And like I said last week, busy bee, when a darker entity, so the spirit of something, I'm not talking about a person, but the spirit of whatever comes after someone who's on their path, which you are. That's all you have to do is just be true to you. Change your world, you know, you don't have to like be a vigilante or anything. But when you're in your light, when you're making love-based decisions, and then you get attacked in all directions, I said it last week, they can try to attack me 100 times, to attack a chosen person. They could try 100 times and still fail. There's a, you guys got to listen to my playlist, Mr. Traumatic. He says, I've had so much bad SHIT happen that I can never crack. And I think that's to the point where a lot of us are, where it's like, okay, you're going to say this or do this. Like, what's new? I already saw it coming 100 miles away. I already know the energy that you drive with. Like, there's nothing new under the sun, except for that camel. Except for that, it don't bother me no more, because I already know I'm going to be all right. And yeah, I've had so much SHIT happen. I can never crack. I think when people get to a certain point of trauma, and I hope that y'all aren't here, but if you have been with this mental sorrow and illness in the heart, then that's why I'm talking about this. You can get to a certain amount of trauma and the BS barometer filled to the top, however you say it, whatever, that measuring tool. And then it's just like a point of numbness where it's like, okay, like a gnat that's there that you shoo away. I'm going to keep living my good life. Sorry, y'all don't like it. Like, panther. Wow. So that means we're going from a sorrow heart to what I've just been talking about. Woo! That panther of medicine. Look at it. Look at it, my love. So the right triangle, right side up. So a fierce heart. Obviously, like, nobody would want to mess with this panther. But what does the panther really represent? And then we got the dragonfly at the bottom of the deck. So transformation, visions, dreams, magic. I was listening to one of my favorite readers. Her name's Carissa. And she said, when it comes to magic and alchemy, like, it doesn't, like, physically, the study of physics can prove magic. Hi, Diana. Happy Mother's Day, Goddess Mother. Namaste. But when it comes to magic and alchemy, it literally, like, you do have to be a little bit crazy, because you're imagining something that is highly, it seems impossible for it to happen. The whole world against you. That's how it was for me. But magically, you transform and you're safe and wise and spinning that web and being free. Okay, my honeys, like, these are beautiful cards. Let's get into Panthera, because that's what came up with the broken heart. And thank you to, okay, wait, let me see. Is this the triangle right side up? Is it, what elements is it? I think it's a fire element. Yeah. Okay. And thank you to Angel Ayel for hearing our sorrows and protecting us against illness in the heart. So going from here to here, let's see what this says for the panther. And then we'll do one more card. Annihilation of the unnecessary and purging. Ooh, so that's still heavy. So if you're purging, hydrate, you know, replenish those tears if you cry by putting more water in And yeah, light stuff on fire, that's transformation, turning one thing to another. Purge, send it to the smoke, to the divine. The panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnant. So that means that things are happening fast. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward a more fulfilling life. So that's the tower. And what the tower is now, when we've reached this type of energy, this one I wrote down as well, because this came to me. Tower moments are upheavals of other people's lives. The tower moments are upheavals of Oh yeah, so towers now are like watching other people's lives fall, basically, is what that is. Which is still heavy. So we got to rest and just send love and be in our own light. But it does say it is unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after the dust clears, it's easy to see the panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they've made us better people. Trust that the panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. Okay. When in balance, being brave and productive. When out of balance, being self-destructive. And to bring to balance, get rid of the unnecessary. All right, so that's pretty clear. So if you feel self-destructive, call on Archangel Michael to help clear out that BS perimeter, like shine in the light, get rid of, how does it call it? The unnecessary. Let's go into the gateway of light. Maybe what will come up is what is unnecessary to get rid of. I don't know. But it did say that when the dust settles, the path is clear. So let that tower fall. So I just wanted to get a spirit guided messages from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And we got Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounding energy. So I lay down on the ground or even on my bed and just to be supine, like in yoga, when we're in Shavasana, you lay flat on the floor. I forget the name of, I just wrote it down. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to get into flat earth stuff with y'all, but like, definitely look up the firmament. You could start there. Flat circular plane. That's how I lay. And I feel the earth. Earth star activation, as above, so below. So clean your energy by getting grounded in Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, and futuristic thinking. So there's going to be a lot of more downloads coming. If you guys listen to Elizabeth April's video, she talks about feeling tired and different things. Wow, like new energies are coming, basically. Palladian activity, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolutions. Ooh, I like that card. I've never even seen that. So let's take a couple breaths in. And remember to give ourselves what we need and to give thanks for being able to have our needs met. And also, I'm going to come back on real soon. I'm going to come back on Spirit Saturday because there's more I want to share with you. But praying for the lost, the people who are really confused. They matter. They matter so much to the divine. So let's pray for the people who can't see. I'll share one more real quick story, and then I'll do the second to last card in our read. On Mother's Day, I took my daughter just to Chuck E. Cheese. Like we had a gift card, and we went to the one in Fontana, which was actually really nice. And we were in line to like turn in our tickets, and another mom and her child were in front of us, and she had a big old 666 like tattoo, and I was just like, you know, all right, I was feeling kind of down already, kind of. And then it's like, it seems like there's so much bad around us. But she was just a normal mom. She was just trying to like get her kids' toy for their tickets. But like that, like, I don't, Julie Green, she says, like, we're not in Revelations yet. It might feel that way, but it could get a lot worse. And so, just to pray for the lost, because it wasn't shocking for me to see that tattoo on her, but it was just like, I just want to be at Chuck E. Cheese with my kid, and I have to like see and feel all of this. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but more importantly, like, she was a mom trying to get her kid's toy. And just pray for the lost, you guys, because when the world gets better, which it will, we want everybody to be there. We don't want anybody to go through any worse. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story and live your truth. Okay, we've gotten that card before. So lots of karmic cycles ending. As I said, 7-year cycle, Pluto in retro. Moving out of Aquarius into Capricorn. I think maybe that's it with the astrology. We do have a full moon coming up in Sagittarius, I believe, next week. And let's get into the card that came out for you, my darlings, which is Sword of Light, Divine.